Hello. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to dual boot macOS Sonoma with Windows 11 on an Intel-based HP laptop. The very first thing we need to do is to make some space for installing the macOS on our SSD storage. For this, type in search bar Disk Manage and click on Create Format Hard Disk Partition option. Here you will find all the drives of your system, including the system drive on which Windows is installed. We do need to shrink the System C drive and allocate the free space to macOS for the installation. For this, choose the system drive from Correct Disk and right-click and select Shrink Volume. In this window, you will see the available shrink size in MB. We need almost the half of the total space on the system drive, which is around 130 gigabytes. But as you could see, the shrink button is grayed out, meaning it's not clickable and won't allow us to shrink the drive unless some modifications in system properties. For this, search CMD and select Run as administrator. Type this command in the terminal and hit Enter. Exit from the command prompt. Let's now try to shrink the system volume again. As you can see, it is still the same case. Let's try changing some more system properties. Go to this PC, right-click and select Properties. Click Advanced System Settings. Under the Advanced tab, select Settings. Select the Advanced tab and under the Virtual Memory section, click Change. Uncheck the Automatically Manage Paging File Size. Under Maximum Size, select No Paging File, click Set and click Yes button. Click OK and then Apply buttons. Now open the control panel. On top right, set the view by to large icons. Now select System option. Click on System Protection. Click on Configure, then select Disable System Protection. Click Apply and then select Yes in the pop-up. Now search in Web Browser Partition Wizard. Download the Partition Wizard from the official website. Enter into the setup and install the MiniTool Partition Wizard. Once installed, launch the MiniTool Partition Wizard. Select the System C drive, right-click and select Move or Resize option. Drag this bar to resize your system volume and make some unallocated space for the macOS. Here I am allocating 130 GB to macOS. You can choose space depending on the size of your system drive. Now on left sidebar, click Apply button. Click Yes to apply the pending changes that we have made. As you can see, the MiniTool has started partitioning our system drive. Let the process completes. Now let's create a bootable USB media. In order to create bootable USB, we do need access to macOS temporarily. Open the App Store and search Sonoma. You will see macOS Sonoma in search result. Simply click View to open the detail page and click Get button. This will start downloading the macOS Sonoma to your Applications folder. You could see the download progress under the software updates. Once the download has finished, you could open it from Applications folder to verify it's working. Now, open your favorite web browser and search macOS Bootable USB. Click on the Apple Support website. Here you will see the step-by-step instructions to create a bootable USB, so let's do that. Open the launcher and search for Disk, Open Disk Utility Application. Make sure that you have connected the USB flash drive to your Mac. Select the sidebar icon and click Show All Devices. Select your USB flash drive, right-click and select Erase. Name your flash drive macOS and under Format Options select macOS Extended. Now click Erase. This will format the USB drive in a format that is recognizable by macOS. Once formatting is completed, click the Done button. Now open the terminal. Now paste the command that we copied from the Apple support website. Make sure to replace the volume name with yours that you have assigned previously. This will erase the disk and copy all the necessary files to make our USB bootable. This process will take a while depending on the write speed of your USB. Once this process is finished, you will see the Installation Media Available message in your terminal. You can also check using Finder. Plug in your bootable USB into the Windows machine and boot from USB. Select Install macOS Sonoma and this will start booting up the macOS installer. After a short time, an Apple logo will appear. Next, you will see the mouse symbol in the screen. Connect your USB mouse to proceed. Once you see this dialog, select Install macOS Sonoma and hit Continue button. Again, click on Continue button. Agree to the macOS software license terms pop-up. Now if you try to select the unallocated space, it will say this disk is locked. This means that there is no partition on the disk yet where we need to install the macOS. Quit the macOS installer and open the terminal from the Utilities from top bar menu. Once you're on the terminal, type Discutal list. This will list all the volumes on all the drives currently connected to the system. As you can see, this is the available free space that we freed by shrinking the system drive. We need to create APFS partition in this free space. To create APFS partition, type this command: discutal add partition disk 0 APFS followed by partition name and a digit 0. Now type discutal again and you will see the newly create APFS partition. On this we will install our macOS Sonoma. Quit the terminal and continue to the installer by clicking on Install macOS Sonoma. Select the APFS partition Hackintosh HD that we just created and wait for the installer to install the macOS. Meanwhile, the macOS Sonoma is being installed. Your system will restart several times. Simply press F9 on startup to select the bootable USB to continue the installation process. Once you see this screen, it means we have successfully installed the macOS. These are the last few steps to set up our newly installed macOS Sonoma. Fill up all the details to create new user account for macOS. Congratulations! We have installed macOS Sonoma on our Intel machine. This is the last step to copy the EFI folder from the bootable media to our system's EFI folder. For this we will use OpenCore Configurator application. I have used another external drive on which I already had this app. From the top bar menu, select the Open Core icon and mount the EFI partition of the bootable USB drive. Enter the system password and hit OK. Copy this EFI folder and paste it to the desktop. Unmount the EFI partition of bootable media. Now once again mount the EFI partition of system drive on which macOS is installed. Copy all the contents of EFI folder from desktop to the EFI folder of the system. Click Replace All if asked. By doing so, we no longer need the bootable USB drive to boot into the installed macOS. There are some known issues like the Wi-Fi won't work. This is due to Apple's new operating systems dropping support for the old Wi-Fi adapters. However, you could have the internet connection using the Ethernet cable. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching.